Hey everyone, it's Jessica. Welcome back to another video. This one is all about my trip to Melbourne. I was there visiting friends and family and also just getting familiar with the city that I'm going to be calling home in the next couple of months. So sit back and relax and enjoy the video. The first morning that I was in Melbourne, I was catching up with my sister and then I was wandering the streets of Kaitlin with my friend Shab. After we checked into the hotel, I walked over to Fitzroy and met up with my other friend Kaitlin at the Rat Hay Kitchen and Chai Bar. I wanted to give you a quick hotel room tour. I am staying in here for 6 nights, so for the majority of my time in Melbourne, I'll be in this room. I'm sharing it with my friend Shab, who's going to be here for a few nights, and her stuff is here. She was in here for a few hours before while I was out seeing Kaitlin, but I wanted to just document the room. It's in such a good location from everywhere that I want to go to. So let's start. You've got the bathroom in there, mirror, TV, which probably won't be using that much because I'll be out and about. And then you've got the bed. Obviously we've been in here already, all of our stuff. We went to the Queen Victoria Market, which is close, and get some bananas. And I'll take you over to see the view. I think there's a view. Lots of construction happening in Melbourne. I'm meeting up with my sister, so I'm going to be leaving in like 2 minutes after I finish this. And I'm going to see a dance performance, so I'll vlog while I'm in there. Day 2 was really all about sightseeing and just exploring the streets of Melbourne. We started off at the really picturesque Block Arcade. I can see why a lot of people go in there. It's really beautiful. We found ourselves strolling into Hosier Lane, which is an iconic Melbourne site to visit. After that, we walked over to the Australian Centre for the Moving Image, and inside there were lots of different activities and things to view. I definitely felt like a kid in there. I was not expecting to enjoy this place as much as I did, and I even got to try virtual reality for the first time. By early afternoon, we were pretty hungry, so we walked across the bridge and headed towards South Bank. After walking along the bank for quite a while, we finally agreed on a restaurant, and it had a great view of the river. I was meeting out with my friend Gemma in Fitzroy that evening, so I walked from my hotel through Kaitlin and into Fitzroy, and we ate at the Veggie Bar, which is one of my favourite spots to go. After dinner, I strolled back through Kaitlin and passed by the museum. Shab and I wanted to do something fun that Friday night, so we walked along Lygon Street and we saw a huge line outside this gelato place, so we joined and had some gelato. On day 3, I went to the market and picked up some fruit for myself and my sister. Kaitlin picked me up that morning and we went to the Green Refectory, which is also another favourite place of mine, and we just caught up and walked along Sydney Road. A lot of time passed since this clip and then this one you're seeing right now, but it was my other friend Sonali's birthday. We had dinner and went to a few different bars and went clubbing afterwards. On the Sunday morning, I went to my sister's apartment and it was her birthday that day, so she and I had some pancakes and we just did everything that she wanted to do. So that involved some shopping. It also involved a lot of traveling and walking around. We were really lucky with great weather, so we walked through the gardens and headed towards the Shrine of Remembrance. And if you do go there, then be sure to walk all the way up to the balcony because there is a really great view from the top. We were pretty hungry by then, so we hopped on a tram and headed towards St Kilda. We had an amazing food at the Sister of Soul cafe. I tried jackfruit in my burger for the first time, so that was really delicious. And my sister also really enjoyed her meal. Luna Park was right there, so we just went in and looked around. As I said, we did a lot of traveling that day, so we went over to Fitzroy and we wanted to go get something sweet. So we found ourselves at a cafe called Girls and Boys, and everything in there is plant-based, and we got gelato again because that's a very Melbourne thing to do. This day I headed on to tram 59 and went all the way up into Essendon to meet up with my friend Telisha for breakfast. After that, I was planning to head towards Mornington, which is where my family lives. So I hopped on the Frankston train line and travelled all the way down towards Mornington, and my aunt picked me up, and that afternoon I just spent catching up with my family. The next day I went on a walk with my aunt along the beach, and she was telling me all about the sights and how beautiful everything was. So that was a really great start to the morning. And we also drove down to the Eagle, which is in Arthur's Seat, and went on a little gondola ride to see the bay. And it was such a great view from the top. We travelled back into the city. I also met up with my sister then, and after we said goodbye to my aunt, we did some errands and I picked up some food because I was heading over to Kaitlin's house that evening. My very last day in Melbourne, spent the morning with my sister and also had a late breakfast with Shab. We went over to Humble Rays, and this is probably one of my favourite cafes. I tried out this latte for the first time and it was delicious. I had a pretty early afternoon flight, so that's really all I could do on that last day, so I headed to the airport after that. That was a recap of my Melbourne trip. It was short and sweet. I wish I could stay for longer. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been to Melbourne, let me know if you have in the comments, and also if you live there, what are some things that you like to do. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you next time. Bye!